His life would change forever when he was hired as the voice of the most infamous dark character in movie history. For legendsoffaith.org, I'm Rob Cutter. Jim was born in rural Mississippi. When he was 5, he moved to rural Michigan to live with his grandparents. It was traumatizing for young Jim, moving from the warm, easy ways of catfish country to the harsh climate of the north. After the move, he started experiencing a stuttering problem. Frustrated by his challenge, he just stopped talking altogether. Fortunately, his grandfather was a gentleman. His strong faith was witnessed by Jim every Sunday at church. When attending school, the kids would tease Jim because of his inability to talk. He only felt comfortable talking when he was feeding the farm animals. Jim was a good listener. He developed a vivid imagination and found expression in poetry. When he handed in a poem, his teacher said that it was too good to have been written by him. The truth of the matter is, the teacher took an interest in Jim and was using this test to unleash his voice. His teacher also taught Jim the scriptures. One day, his teacher challenged Jim to stand up in front of the class and read the poem he wrote. He took that challenge. When the day arrived, Jim got up from his desk and began the slow walk in front of his class. Staring at the chalkboard for a moment, he turned around, facing the class. He began trembling. You could hear the paper sounds coming from his shaking hands. For a moment, he stood breathless, and then he cleared his throat and began to deliver his poem. As he was reading his poem, his confidence got stronger. After just a few words into the poem, he dropped the paper and began reciting it from memory. The class took an interest and were amazed and somewhat in awe of Jim as he read the poem. Afterwards, Jim floated back to his desk, and then it started. You could hear a faint clap in the back, and then 2 more, and then the whole class began clapping into a wild applause. He excelled in his new discovery talent and was able to go to college and then join the Army afterwards. After his time in the military, Jim signed up with the American Theater Wing in New York. He would support himself in between roles by sweeping floors on the Broadway stages. He got his first break acting in a play that had just a few lines. It was opening night. The theater was packed. When the moment came for Jim's entrance to deliver his lines, he began to stutter. Even though he wanted to run off the stage, he managed to get through the rest of the performance. As Jim's confidence began to grow, he would continue with his acting career and would go on to be a talented actor on the stage and finally in the movies. His life would change forever when he got a call from a young filmmaker who hired him as the voice of the most infamous dark character in movie history, Darth Vader. But his most cherished work came when he got a call from his former teacher, asking Jim if he would like to record the New Testament for an audio Bible project. Without hesitation, he told his teacher it would be an honor. From stuttering in his youth to becoming one of the greatest storytellers and most recognizable voice on the planet, James Earl Jones credits his teacher to his success and laying down a biblical foundation for him, which catapulted him to superstardom. For more stories like this and for ways to donate, visit us at legendsoffaith.org.